Suppose you notice that you're irritated with something, or somebody, or some situation or circumstance. And you don't like that, of course. And so you notice that that's happening. And you don't even have to say, I'm treating for being irritated. You could do that if you want to. But you don't even have to say that. You just notice it. And you use your cue for that. Then you notice now, stop and tune in whether or not you're feeling anything more about that, even any more irritation or any other thing about that circumstance or situation or the person, or even your own self if it's directed toward yourself. Sometimes you're working on things and doing some treatments, and you maybe have a sense that there's another problem there, but you're not sure if it is or not. You think it might be, but you're not so sure. Go ahead and treat it as if it is, because if it is, then you will have treated it. If it is not, it won't hurt anything. It just takes the moment to use your cue. So there's nothing lost really in doing that. So as in insurance, it's a good idea to treat anything that you think might be there. And then use your cue again. We like to do affirmations to try to build things into our life, to make our life better and richer and more satisfying. And affirmations are a wonderful help when they're constructed properly and thoroughly. But be set free fast does not make an affirmation work better. It can be used very effectively to eliminate the interference for the affirmations to be received at the subconscious level and to be nourished and grow and develop. And it's very helpful for that. Tune in whether or not you're feeling anything more about that, even any more irritation or any other thing about that circumstance or situation or the person, or even your own self if it's directed toward yourself. How do you know when the problem has changed? Well, people report changes in the way they feel physically. They might say they feel lighter. They've realized that they have a different attitude about the issue that they were dealing with or the problem that they were treating. They recognize that it just doesn't bother them anymore. They report they don't have as much tension, or the tension perhaps is gone. Very often, many physical symptoms that were going on along with the problem, they report those have disappeared or they are receding. And then you notice and see if there's anything else and use your cue, and you just notice and then treat, then notice again. Desired changes stop occurring during treatment. Sometimes that's simply that you need to continue treatment because there are really multiple problems going on side by side, what I would call an issue there. And sometimes there can be 30 or 40 of those. And so it just takes successive treatments as you notice it and treat, notice and treat until you're feeling yourself completely freed of the issue or the problem. But other times what happens, and it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it really does a nice job of stopping us, is something that I call a fail-safe system. And that's a series of statements that I have discovered, really problems, they're really a separate set of problems, that work together as a whole system to keep us from making progress in some specific area. It's very easy to treat, but it's important to be able to recognize when that's occurring, because you could be treating and treating and treating and really sense that you're not getting anywhere at all. And that's the time then we start using the fail-safe system. This is your subconscious mind again that we're working. And it's programmed to block the statement, I want to be free of this problem. However you elaborate on what the problem is. The second step is, I'm willing to be free of this problem.
Right.
And then, I'm willing to be free of this problem from now on. And then I give permission to be free of this problem. And then it's okay for me to be free of this problem. And then I deserve to be free of this problem. And then I'm willing to receive all of the benefits of being free of this problem. And then we go into whether your resources are available to the subconscious mind to use, is I'll do everything necessary to see to it that I stay free of this problem. Then the last three are these, what I call the catch-all ones. And the first of those three is I still have one or more problems that'll make me keep or take this problem back, the one I've been working on. And then the last two are there's still something in me that will make me keep or take this problem back again. And the last one is I'm vulnerable to taking this problem back.
That's right.
Notice and see if there's anything else, and use your cue, and you just notice and then treat. It's very important that the treatment be as complete as possible, because otherwise we can leave what I call hooks, which are unresolved problems that leave the basis and foundation for the whole system to rebuild itself again. And it doesn't take much of that for the whole system to rebuild again. And so it's very important that we do very thorough and comprehensive treatment. And that's why it's important to not settle for feeling better. Actually, settling for feeling better is dangerous because it leaves hooks there to rebuild the whole problem that you just worked on getting rid of. We're going to do a treatment for every thought, every feeling, every attitude, every belief, every imagination, and every other problem that's caused you any difficulty, any stress, or any imbalance in yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, about or toward this problem. So now we'll use your word once for all of those problems. Treat for every thought and feeling and attitude and belief and imagination and every other problem that in any way has caused you any kind of problem with this. That is, has caused you any kind of upset, any kind of stress, any kind of imbalance in yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. We're going to treat everything that you have, that you've experienced as a result of having this problem. So now we'll use your word once for all of those problems. And then tune in again to what you're experiencing and see if there's anything more that isn't finished yet. And then you use your cue. Then notice again and keep noticing and treating until you feel centered and balanced and in harmony about that, whatever the issue or the problem is for you. All that comprises the basic treatment for dealing with problems. Then when you finish treating however much you're going to be doing at any given time with yourself, and before you go on to doing something else, it's very important to do three essential things to finish. It's called the closing sequence.